As Henri de Balzac once said, all happiness depends on courage and work. Likewise, it takes lots of courage and work to make happiness. Many people in the world work to make others happy. These are the most courageous of people. The, the people in anyone's everyday life who makes him or her the most happy is one of the most courageous individuals. In the book Ender's Game, many people, mostly one individual, however, exert this aurora of happiness and courageousness. Science fiction classic Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, Valentine is the most courageous character. Valentine's kindness is one of the reasons that makes her courageous. Valentine goes out of her way to compliment others and make them happy. In fact, Valentine is so kind that was even deemed too mild to go by international fleet officers to be able to be accepted into the battle school. Quote, "I told your parents to choose a daughter next. They would have anyway, hoping Valentine would be Peter, but milder. She was too mild. Valentine," end quote. Valentine is too mild and kind to be slaughtering aliens and battling other children. She would not do well in such a martial environment. One could tell she would persist. However, her kindness on Earth makes her very courageous since she brings happiness and leadership to her peers. Valentine's overwhelming kindness makes her a very courageous character throughout the test. Though many people could possibly be candidates for a title of most courageous character, Ender is not and could not be the most courageous character in the text. First and foremost, towards the end of the book, Ender did not even intend to kill off an entire alien race. Although courage is often not apparent or even intended, the bugger slaughter may not even be viewed as a courageous act. Plus, Ender did not want to kill the entire bugger race and was upset for doing it. Quote, Ender grabbed Mazur's uniform and hung onto it, pulling him down so they were face to face. "I didn't want to kill anybody. I'm not a killer." He was crying. He was out of control. End quote. Ender never wanted to kill the bugger race, and it was so upsetting to him he suffered a sort of depression for a period of time. Ender cannot possibly be the most courageous character of the text due to his mind being too peaceful, as well as downright outrageous, and because his head is not always in the game. Another one of Valentine's courageous traits is her persuasive attitude and argument. Firstly, she has persuaded Ender to go back to his training multiple times. Her persuasiveness, comfort, and support helped Ender through tough times. Ender was suffering a sort of depression and was stubborn, but Valentine had comfort in him. Secondly, she persuaded Ender to figure he should go back to school with all her help and support. Valentine also made an argument with Ender to leave the dwarf planet Eros and populate the bugger worlds. Ender agreed with Valentine once again. Quote, "I was hoping, though, that someone I knew on Eros might come with me." Valentine asked Ender to populate the bugger worlds. After some argument, he agrees to come with her. Quote, "All right," Ender said, "I'll go." Ender agrees to come with Valentine due to her persuasive argument as well as her kindness. He figures he should adventure through the world he destroyed. Valentine's persuasive attitude and support for others makes her a very courageous individual. It takes a lot of courage to be, generally, a friendly person to most people. Valentine is one of the few in Ender's Game who can bear having such perfect traits. Valentine is able to see the good in people. She is also able to see the best thing about a person, as well as the trait the person loves most about themselves, and compliment themselves on it. Quote, "Val could always see what people like best about themselves and flatter them." End quote. Valentine's friendliness allows her to control people to do the best thing for her and for them. She could persuade people into her point of view through her extreme amiability. This also supports the claim that she is persuasive. Valentine's universal affability to all living things makes her brave and courageous. Valentine's kind, friendly, and persuasive attitude makes her a great courageous leader in Ender's Game. Firstly, Valentine is kind that she compliments others. Her kindness leads people the right way and guides the most aggressive people throughout the book. She is so kind that, in a desperate world, she was too mild to fight in an army. Secondly, her persuasive atmosphere can make anyone believe her or do what she wants. After all, she is Demosthenes, a famous writer, and even Peter knows that she is a better writer than he himself. Valentine has, multiple times, persuaded Ender into doing the right thing or exploring worlds, such as when Ender needed inspiration to go back to school. She also did when she wanted to adventure through the bugger colonies outside the solar system and bring Ender with her. During both these times, Ender was in a depressed and fragile mood, and Valentine both supported and argued him into a better mood. Finally, Valentine sees the best thing about people. She can even see the best thing about the most hostile people, such as Peter. Valentine flatters people, making her generally friendly to humans. She convinces people into doing the best thing through all her friendliness. All of Valentine's bold traits makes her a courageous leader throughout the context of the book. Science fiction classic Ender's Game, Valentine's great deal of kindness, persuasiveness, and friendliness makes her the most courageous individual in the novel.